girl again, and today I'm going to be announcing the Creative Storytime competition winners. Finally, at long last, I've decided, well, the winners, plural, because I couldn't decide more than one. I had so many submissions, and your stories were all really good, so I couldn't really decide just the one that its own. So I've decided that there's going to be more than one winner, and across the next 6 weeks I'm going to be announcing the winners and reading their stories. I have had the winners that did submit me more than one story, and it was I couldn't decide between the one story. So across the next 6 weeks I'm going to be announcing the winners of Storytime competition. So today's winner is Amy Cochrane, and today I'm going to be reading her story called The Witch That Caused Darkness. So I'm just going to be going ahead with the story. I will be announcing the next winner next week. So if you're wondering, for anyone who entered the competition and is wondering if they won or not, stay tuned next week to see if you hear your name getting called out. Till then though, I will be reading this story. And here's congratulations to Amy Cochrane. 300 years ago, a witch named Belinda lived in a hut at the top of a hill in a town called Rosewood. There was a story that lingered around a small and dull, gloomy town about a witch that caused darkness at the beginning of October. Alice, who was a little girl that lived at the bottom of the hill, had not heard of the story and had always wondered why it was always dark during the first days of October. One day, little Alice, eager to know why, asked her mum about the darkness. Her mum told the story with fear in her voice. It is believed that there was once an evil witch who lived at the top of the steep, creepy hill that casted a spell 300 years ago and caused the darkness. After this captivating conversation between Alice and her mum, Alice was amazed and wondered if she could cause darkness. One day, after plucking up the courage, Alice attempted to walk to the top of the hill, but it was a struggle. She walked and walked, but could not see the top of the steep hill. By the time she began to feel exhausted, it was getting dark, so Alice lay down and closed her eyes. It appeared that someone carried Alice while she was sleeping and took her to a scruffy, gloomy hut that was falling apart. The next morning, Alice woke up in a bed, wondering how she had got in there because she had fallen asleep, exhausted from walking up the hill. Alice opened the curtains and looked out the window. She saw the bottom of the hill, and immediately her heart started beating out her chest. She heard someone making a noise from what sounded like downstairs. After trying to calm herself down, Alice walked to the door and went downstairs, and a pleasant woman said, "Good morning, did you have a good night? I found you yesterday all alone. Did you get lost?" Alice replied, "No, I was looking for a witch that uses darkness at the top of the hill." The lady smiled and said, I cause the darkness and I live at the top of the hill. But unfortunately, I'm not the witch you are looking for. The lady was old and frail. She wore a black dress that looked like it had not been washed in about 50 years. She did not smell pleasant, and her hair was grey, frizzy, and looked like it had never been touched by a brush. The house looked like an old witch's house. Alice replied, shocked and confused, "You are not a witch. Can you teach me how to cause darkness?" "Yes," the woman said in a soft and friendly voice. The girl said excitedly, "Why do you always cause darkness at the beginning of October?" "I cause the darkness," she said, "I cause the darkness at the beginning of October because when I was a little girl, about your age, an old woman cursed me for wandering on my own in the dark." The woman spent the entire day teaching Alice how to cast spells that caused darkness. Meanwhile, Alice's mum was desperately looking for her and concluded that the witch had taken her daughter. The news got out of Alice being taken by the witch. Therefore, all the mums kept their children indoors. All the parents decided to look for Alice and catch the witch of darkness. Alice was saying goodbye to the old woman and made a promise to visit her again the next day. Alice ran home and yelled, "I have to tell you, the witch doesn't exist at the top of the hill. It's a very nice old woman who took me to her house and taught me how to cause darkness." Everyone looked at each other, confused, and wondered whether Alice was telling the truth. As Alice was a little girl, she did not understand that she may have met an evil witch. People asked if she had met a witch, and Alice, of course, said no, and that she met a nice woman that lived at the top of the hill. Everyone in the town started to believe Alice because surely if she had met a witch, the witch would have done something bad to her, right? And from that day on, nobody thinks there is a witch that lived at the top of the hill, and many people visit the old woman and are thrilled by her wisdom. Nobody ever realised that this nice old woman was a witch, and the one from 300 years ago that created a spell to cause the darkness. She tricked everyone. Rosewood has always been a cursed town. It was I wonder why the town was always dull and gloomy, as if something unwanted was always lingered about. Perhaps the witch? From that day on, there was darkness at the beginning of October. So that is the story, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Again, congratulations to today's winner, Amy Cochrane. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. That is this week's video from me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like this video, please comment down below, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified when my next video comes out. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Please do it. I'd be very grateful if you did all of the above. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.